MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. Well, Michael the Count Bisping got a unanimous decision win over Anderson Silva. This just happened about around 6 o'clock or so. The fight ended. Um, I can already tell people are definitely going to be, the Silva fans are going to be sour about this one, and I understand why. It was a close fight. Michael Bisping, he hurt Silva in the first round, almost getting a knockdown, and then in the second round, Bisping landed a nice combination 1-2 punch, dropping Silva. Um, I can't recall where the knee was, where Silva's knee on Bisping when he dropped him. I think that was the end of the third round. Might have been fourth. One of the two. Anyway, um, it was. I had Bisping winning the first two rounds, no problem. The third round he was winning, or whenever until he got kneed, which in my opinion was, I mean, he Bisping would have had he would have been saved by the bell regardless, because when Silva landed that knee, that was right around the time where it was the end of the round. So, um, now, I'm kind of surprised Silva, he goes to the center of the octagon. He's on his knees. He at that point, he thought he got the win. But I guess, in the heat of the moment, he didn't hear the bell sound. And even, someone in the octagon tells him, it's not over, it's not over. And he gets up and he goes and stands up, sits up on the cage, on the fence. And then they're still telling him, no, no, it's not over, it's not over. So, anyway, um, that was pretty wild to see actually, and it kind of gave Bisping a chance to regain a little bit. He had a little more time than what the 45 seconds or whatever, um, because Silva was on the fence and stuff, so kind of gave Bisping a time to recuperate. And as much as him being hurt, he didn't do that bad afterwards. I know so many people are going to put too much stock into the blood, into cuts. You know what I mean? Because Bisping's face was cut, uh, blood all over his face. Now, majority of that blood came from a cut on the bridge of his nose, which I think was leaking into his eye. He had a few cuts everywhere else, but the one on his nose seemed to be generating most of the blood. Um, you know, Cuts and how bloody a guy's face is has nothing to do with the scorecards. You know what I mean? That has no effect on with the scorecards, and because a lot of people are going to be disappointed with this decision. Anderson Silva, he could have won it. I guess you could argue that. I mean, you definitely can argue it. Um, I would have been okay even with a draw. But Bisping, he was definitely the more active fighter. Silva might have landed some bigger shots, but I mean, both guys got dropped in the fight. So I don't know. I just think I could have saw maybe Bisping won a split decision. I think that'd be a little more appropriate. But I I'm not mad at this. You know what I mean? Could have went either way. I think, and I understand why Bisping won it. I mean, he did put in a lot of work, and people, like I said, people put way too much stock into cuts and into blood. How much blood the fighter has in their face. Look at GSP, prime example of that. The guy used to get cut all the time. He still won his fights, mind you, by a bigger margin. But Silva was he did a lot of things in there that just weren't effective. He let Bisping hit him a lot. I mean, Bisping did hit him quite a bit. He definitely landed more punches, and I just think I understand this completely now. I can't wait to see the reactions from the Silva fans and the Silva fanboys, because there are some out there. There's no doubt. But anyway, I'm not pissed at this decision. I think Bisping, hey, Anderson couldn't finish him off. And say what you want about the knee, he would have gotten saved by the bell anyway. He got a little extra time. So anyway, just want to put out a little post video for this one. Michael Bisping, he might get another title shot next. I know Jacare Souza is fighting Vitor in May. I think it's June. I believe it's June that I think it's June that Rockhold and Weidman are going to face. I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, so that's further down the road. So Bisping, you never know. He could get the winner of Rockhold Weidman too. Anyway, just wanted to put out a video. If you like the video, subscribe. That's it for this one. MMA Boxing Talk. Peace.